We are dominating. Keep it up.
Yo guys, what is going on? It's Reckless Bear here again for the second video on the channel. First video was about how to beat the Mastery Rank 10 test super easy, and if you guys did enjoy that, yeah, that was a pretty good video. I think it was alright, but anyways, new video. This is how to get a lot of focus points fast on Warframe. Super easy. I'm going to show you what frame I use, and you know, all that good stuff. So let's just jump right into it. So on screen, well actually before we jump into it, as you guys seen in that little clip, I had 2500 focus points built up right after that timer ended. So that's how much you're going to be pretty much getting unless you have an affinity booster, which will even boost that even more. So there you go. But anyway, so let's jump into my build. So I use my Ash Prime. In that video I was using an Amprex just because I was trying to level it up. I do also have the same lens that I use on my Soma, but I don't really like putting lenses on weapons, which is kind of a waste. I think Warframes are better just because you probably get more kills with, like, if you have a DPS Warframe like Ash with his Bladestorm, you'll probably get a lot more focus points, but I was using Amprex. But anyways, we're going to jump into the build that I use. So this is my first build. Hold on, right here. This is my main build that I use a lot. This is my Bladestorm build. It's not the best build. I'm sure I can get my power strength up. I can probably take my range down a little bit, but this is what I use and it works amazingly. I can do sorties 1, 2, and 3 with Ash with no problem killing people with Bladestorm. But so yeah, let's just jump right into it. So first off, I use Steel Charge. That gives the full 18 slots extra, so that's like really good to have 18 plus slots on there. That's nice. So also don't forget to put a reactor on your Ash because you're gonna need it. And I haven't formatted anything. You don't even need a format for this build, honestly. You probably could just so you can max out like maybe Prime Flow and Transient Fortitude if you wanted to, which would give you more power strength. But this is mine. It works perfectly fine for me. So I use Steel Charge as my aura, Cunning Drift in the Exulius adapter slot, which gives plus 15 power range, which is good. So if you want to be hitting those enemies super far away, you use that. Then I use Intensify for 30% plus power strength, which also helps to take down the stronger enemies. So that's going to help. Streamline for power efficiency to bring down the cost of using my Bladestorm. Fleet and Expertise, which gives me more efficiency and minus duration. Duration really isn't a factor in this one because we're using Bladestorm, which just goes off of power. It's not a duration power or duration, whatever you want to call it, but you know what I mean. And then I have Stretch for power range, which also again will help you get the farther away enemies. You probably don't need as much power strength. You probably switch that out with maybe Blind Rage or something like that. But Stretch, I have Stretch on there for power range. Transient Fortitude gives 35% power strength, again minus 17.5 power duration, which, like I said, we don't need duration, so you can scratch that. Next we got Power Drift, which also gives plus 15% power strength, plus 30% chance to resist knockdown, which, I mean, doesn't really matter. All that really matters on that mod is the power strength. And then I got Prime Flow because Ash has the crappiest like energy pool ever. He only starts off with like 150. I think with this he's at 300, so it's still not as great or not super good energy, but I mean, hey, it's better than 150, right? And then we got Overextended, which also gives more power range at the cost of some power strength, which isn't a big deal. I'd rather have some power range to get the farther enemies out, so I'm not missing as much enemies. But that's my build. At the end of the video, I have a little, not a little clip, but a clip of me using the Ash Bladestorm and some Draco, and that is what you guys want to run unless you're on PC. If you're on PC, you cannot run Draco, but even in survival or even another interception mission, as long as you can get these super high loads of enemies just crowding you and you can just spam your Bladestorm, you're perfectly fine. But if you're on console and you still have access to the interception version of Draco, then go in there, go in with an infinity booster, and just use Ash. I'm using the Generic lens. I like Generic just for the energy refill. You can use any of them really, but I would suggest getting an Affinity Booster. I was doing it earlier and I was like, wow, if I had an Affinity Booster, I'd probably be getting double what I had, which is like 5,000 almost. So yeah, as long as you're getting like 2,500, you'll be good. You should be good getting 2,500 almost all the time, unless you have another Ash. That's one problem I ran into while I was doing this. Another Ash joined the lobby, and he was we were fighting over the kills, so I wasn't getting as much. But if you go in there and there's no Ashes and there's no one using a Simulor either, you should be fine. But you'll get 2,500 a piece. And like if I run down here real quick, one second. Run down here to this guy. I have 15,000 waiting for me right now, and that's actually gonna put me up to upgrade my energy overflow, which I don't know, 2 energy per second. Hell yes, boys! Check it out. We just got ranked up energy overflow number 2, which is amazing. Hells yeah! Next, I'm gonna increase my pool probably because I'm already at 2 out of 5. But yes, we are going to add that. So yeah, as you can see, you could probably level up your little, I don't know what you call them, your generic tree or whatever. You can level it up pretty quickly. I did that today pretty fast, so yeah, it's pretty easy to get it now that I learned. I kind of messed up putting it on my Soma Prime, my first lens, but oh man, I almost forgot. You know, this is a very important part of this. Do not use a regular lens. You need a greater xeneric lens for this. You cannot use a regular. With a regular, you're probably only going to be getting like 1,000, maybe a little bit more. But with the greater lens, you're like, look, that's what you need to get a lot. So, sorry, I should have mentioned that way earlier. So I apologize if you already put a damn regular lens on it. But don't blame me. I'm sorry. Should have waited. No, but anyways, just yeah, make sure you put a greater xeneric lens on it. That's what you're gonna need, and they cost about 40. You can find them in the market, or I'm not sure if you can trade for them. I'm pretty sure you can. But you just go to equipment, you go to keys, and no, components, and they have them all here. If you want, you could buy the blueprint, but I think it's kind of a waste because you need a lot of stuff to build it, and it costs 200,000 just for the blueprint. So yeah, I would go ahead and get that. But that is the build, and in my last video I told you I was going to show you my second build. I don't use it very often. I like using my Bladestorm, but if we go in here, this is my stealth build. I use straight duration pretty much and some efficiency. This is my build if you guys want to copy down. I'm not going to go over it too much into depth, but those are all the mods I use to get max duration. That's what I have for max duration. But anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, please drop a like. That is the fastest way I know possible to get focus points. Don't forget to use the affinity booster. Do not forget. Alright, guys. So I'll see you guys in my next video. It might be a channel update where I want to go with everything. But anyways, thanks for being awesome. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Alright, and here are the final clips that I told you guys I was going to put up. So just go through and real quick, I just came up with some new developments. So if you guys do my build with Ash Prime with the greater xeneric lens and affinity booster, and also bring in a 3 new weapons, you can probably triple the amount of points you will get at each after each one of the little pickups that you do. So each pickup is 40 seconds, so I think you can get at least 3 or 4 of them, maybe 4 max through each round. But yeah, here we go. So here's the end results of what I got from one round of Draco, and I got 6,000, a little over 6,000 focus points. So anyways, awesome.